Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Times of India newspaper headline. So, first of all, exit polls predict sweep for BJP in Gujarat, tight race in Himachal Pradesh. AAP may win two-thirds seat in Delhi civic body. Next, at 64% turnout in Gujarat, face to dip 6% as urban areas track down voting. Next, SC Jung splits for Taj probe cannot reopen history after 400 years. Next, SC allows PIL for norms to curb conversion by allurement. Next, to stop entry of Maharashtra ministers, Karnataka imposes prohibitory order in Belagavi. Next, CM's son wades into Shivaji's row. Next, G20 presidency belongs to entire nation, says PM at key old party meet. Next, 21-year-old Sikh woman shoot dead in Canada. Next, China's spy vessels enter IOR again. Next, soon one portal for BizNode IT returns. Next, 4 newborns die in hospital power outage. Next, woman admits to killing moms-in-law. Next, BMC spends rupees 1 lakh per school student. Next, IT engineer slits techie wife's throat. Next, keeper saves 3 penalties sent Croatia to quarters. Next, City of Joy author Laperi dies at 91. Next, government to announces fixed calendar for JEE mains NEET CUET from 2023. Next, ACB notice to second Uday MLAs for excessive assets. Then on page number 2, in that two fake government staffers held for taking briefs from eateries. Next, National Security Guard team to survey metro network soon. Next, now CM Sons and Shinde team MLA slam GUV. Next, minimum government to bring back Shivaji Steel Tiger clause. Next, in office in Maharashtra and Karnataka, BJP comes under fire on border row. Next, cities air quality deteriorates further to 297, gets closer to the very poor mark. Next, 10 Solapur and 55 Nashik villages Sikh Maharashtra exit. Next, will address water wolves minister tells Jet villagers. Next, power bills to remain 10 to 20% higher for next 3 months. On page number 3, in that, Sule Slor Gujarat sends MPs letter against Sattar to CM. Next, Charas in bag thrown into Arthur Road jail from outside. Next, man kisses 8-year-old girl, gets 5 years RI. Next, husband killer and her lover murdered mom-in-law too. Next, BMC doubles its budget to rupees 1 lakh a student in its school in 10 years. Next, e-rickshaws REV up in Mathran pave the way for ease and green commute. Next, High Court questions PIL seeking to restore name of metro station. Next, Bandra Kurla rail line needed. Next, 35,000 brief land scope in ACB net. Next, SSC and HSC student to pay more for bonus marks. Next, MHT CET to give 80% wages to 12th syllabus in 23. Next, MVA Morcha in city on December 17 against government. Next, on page number 4, in that Aditya hits out at government for poor air quality in city. Next, best arranges 50 special buses, holds health campus at Chaitya Bhumi. Next, 24-year-old biker killed in hit and run. Next, Union Minister flags MVA for COVID-19 in regulatories. Next, security protocol not breached when DY drove CM Nagpur top cop. Next, director backs mental health warrior at awards event. Next, PIL on biomedical waste incinerators incinerators serious, says High Court. CM Shinde meets BJP Chief Nadda. Next, jogger 59 dies at Marine Drive. Next, fake IPS officer dupes singer held. Next, man assaulted for slapping boy. Next, professor clerk take rupees 5 lakh brief held. Then next, on page number 6, in that Tainted co-bags, beautification contracts, BJP demands probe. Next, 4 booked for resale of 2 already sold shops to dogs. Next, BMC dikkat to cut rampant trenching on new CC roads. Next, MLA fake letterhead used to get admission. Next, measles task force meets first time pushes 10 PT strategy. Next, BJP critics criticizes Pawar Uday for skipping G20 meeting. Next, GIS mapping of eco zones in all districts. Next, landmark to don new look. Next, cops turns food delivery man to nab robber. Next, NMMC should have taken court note for cycle track work activist. Next, High Court gives relief to Rahul Gandhi in defamation plaint. Next, High Court question government on inclusion of Mahim Park in Dharavi project. Next, Uday MLA skips ACB summons. Next, VJTI and IIT had too many riders for Gohale Bridge reopening report. Then on page number 6 in that HAL BEL BEL in top 100 firms making arms. Next, ahead of India missiles test, Chinese spy vessels in IOR. Same ship had docked in Sri Lanka, triggering row. Next, dad uncles kill girl to avenge family honor. Next, Nashik airport gets nude for immigration facilities. Next, Goldie Brar denies arrest in interview sparks row. Next, Jaguar with VIP number plate numbers over women. Next, Mathura put on alert over Chalisa thread at Idgah. Then next on page number 9 in that EU can't have two sets of rules on Russian oil imports. It bought 6 times more than US German mint told. Next, go after big fish in drugs trade. Nirmala tells DRI. Next, doubting fidelity. Pune techie slits wife's throat. Next, India flags presence of Pakistan terror groups Jaish Lashkar in Afghanistan. Next, 4 teacher heard a bus slides into uh, Gorge. Next, Telangana Pojgate accused stay in jail for want of rupees 6 lakh bail money. Next, Lalu recovering after transplant tweets Misha. Next on page number 10 in that boycotting 2018 Panchayat poll in mistake Farooq. Next, polls over PM hands party functionaries new to do list. Urges leaders to connect with citizens. Next, brain stroke or brain drain. Nothing comes in way of vote. Next, in Manipur voters were obstructed, say Akhilesh. Next, High Court gives BJP Netam last minute relief from arrest. Next, Gehlot pilot by his side. Rahul begins Raj leg of Yatra. Next, PM's roadshow Congress accuses EC on inaction. Next, UP Gujarat calls for voting to be made compulsory. Next, Rajya Sabha MP Singh is Bihar's new Congress chief. Then on page number 11 in that ready to support UAE in space sector, Mantri at Abu Dhabi meet says that it is a priority area for both nations. Next, UP man shoots neighbor for stripping his wife and mother 15 years ago. On page number 12 in the article section in that apart from apathy, next big bite of apple, next keep distance, next nothing so great about free trade with Great Britain, next China forget the death sparrows, next like Kafaka we too can turn pain into love. Then on page number 13 in that cause may get all approval with only pen on new portal to be launched next year for land buys license renewal. Next, services sector growth hits 3-month high in November. Next, IT costs set up offices closer to remote staff. Costs give workforce flexibility to choose not just working days but location too. Next, SBI personal loan BIS crosses rupees 5 lakh crore. Next, Tata Motors may hike prices in Jan. Next, Indigo veteran who build route network quits. Next, Meta Airtel to fund tele infra jointly. Next, Infosys opens Sweden base in Nordic push. Next, Finmin meets bankers over rupee trade. Next, Adani backs 8% in NDTV open offer. Total hits 37%. Adani NDTV stake is now higher than the 32% held by the media co-founder Pranav Roy and Radhika Roy. Next, Voda CEO Reid outstated after 44% stock crash in 4-year sting. Next, merged Shriram to diversify loans in talks with investors interest in Piramal's 8.3% stake. Then next Indigo veteran who built route network quits. Next on page number 14 in that steep climbs for Atlas Lions. Next, Fernandes emerges from Ronaldo's shadow in Qatar. Next, coach, coach Santos unhappy with Ronaldo's gesture. Next, I told my players to take 1000 penalties, Spain coach inquiry. Next, is just a number for Giroud. Next, steering to return home after armed break-in. Next, for cheese coaching much harder than leading team. Next, US agency seeks FIFA deal for labor right role oath. Next, fans find booze at hotels and solitary liquor store Doha. Next, incomplete midfield combos make it an even World Cup. Next, on page number 15 in that Croats stay on their feet in shootout. Heartbreak for Galant. Japan has Modric's man reach quarterfinals. Next, underachievers look to rewrite bittersweet, bittersweet cup script. Next, clean adds the fourth dimension. Next, high Jude, Bellingham faces biggest test yet. Next, he will come home. Pelly's daughters reassure fans. The next on page number 16 in that a win for the ages. P Hindi Test England seal a turning 74 run victory versus Pakistan in fading light on day 5. Next, Shefali Verma to lead India in Women's Under 19 T20 World Cup in South Africa. Next, Holland holds nerve in a dramatic finish. Next, Mehta elected TTFI security Alwat presidency. Next, D. Almedia unbeaten ton powers Parsi gym victory. Next, everyone has right to religion but not to convert Viva allurement SC. Next, PM seeks support from opinion to showcase uniqueness of India. Next, at 70, La Paris left Paris with $30. Adventure lead to its first book. Next, test schedule disrupted since 2020 due to COVID outbreak. Next, Andhra women chopped up into pieces. Next, Kerala Port CM holds talk. Chief Security meet protesters. The next, legendary tennis coach Bollettieri dies at 91. Next, Indian players fined for over rates. Next, Green's workload worries McDonald. Next, Pranav drawn with Accent. Next, Para shuttler Kadam wins gold. Next, AIFF withdraws from Asian Cup bid. Next, Baker Sarojat lift team pistol title. Next, Davis scores 55 has a Lakers win. Next, on page number 18 in that EU embargo of Russian oil G7 price cap take effect. Moscow threatens to cut off supplies to countries okay with arrangement. Next, missiles strike Ukraine again. Russia says drawn it base. Next, Russia to sell discount crude to Islamabad. Pakistan mean. Next report, China may announce 10 new measures to ease COVID curves. Next, two teens attacked near school in German, one dead. Next, no morality police. Iran activists reject claims. Iran seals businesses of football legend Di. Next, Taliban says IS suspected arrested for Pakistan embassy attack in Kabul. Kabul. Next, Sikh woman shoot dead at has a gas station in Canada. Next, more bloody packages sent to Ukraine mission span. Next, Nepal ruling coalition backs 90 seats out of 165. Next, parents sick unvaccinated blood delay baby's critical op. Next, Harry, Britain's royal household plays dirty game by leaking stories. Next, Italy population drops below 59 million. Next, Oxford Dictionary Words of the Year goes global mode. Wins 93% of 3,40,000 plus votes in online poll. Metaverse runner up with 4%. That much. Then on page number 20, in that Gujarat phase 2 turnout dips to 64%, has cities drag down voting. Tribal belt falls to 58.4% from 67.6% in 2017. Next, little has changed for slum that shaped Laperi book. Next, Kolkata rickshaw puller recall his generosity. Next, nations agree on need to end Ukraine war to ease food, fuel and fertilizer crisis. Next, SC, can there be a law to protest privacy when gadgets seized? Next, illicit Bose units in every second Balen, Punjab government admits in SE. Next, Tenny's son to face trial in Kheri case. Next, Bihar horror. I could feel them cutting me up, swing me back. To tube Tommy Don Sands anesthesia. Official says everybody different. Next, two burned alive has truck collides with car in MP. Next, nations agree on need to end Ukraine war to ease food, fuel and fertilizer crisis. Next, four newborns gas up to death at a Chhattisgarh hospital after power outage probe ordered. Next, additional accused can be put on trial at any stage of hearing. SC, can there be a law to protect privacy when gadgets is? That much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.